So what we're gonna do is get this truck here. We're gonna haul it and move it back there for now, so we can clear up all this area with the tractor, so we can get to the Dolly that's here, put new tires on it, get a tag, and a small trailer. Let's do this. Sometimes you gotta take the batteries out of other cars to get these running, because I haven't gotten to get batteries yet. Man, I'm fat. All right. ¿Qué es lo que quiere hacer? Estamos grabando. ¿Qué es lo que quiere hacer? No, porque la vamos a tirar para acá. No, no, tú. Yo no sé lo que estás haciendo. As you can see, guys, I don't know what I'm doing apparently. And I've been running some pretty big equipment in my time. And those of you that know me know that I run some big cranes. But let's have him with his tractor, because he says he knows what he's doing. I'm not really sure if he knows. If he doesn't, I'm not sure. I think what he's trying to do is use the bucket to pull back, but that's not going to work, because there's not a lot of movement with the bucket itself. So let me go back here and try again and see if I can get him to understand what I'm doing, and hopefully that way he manages. It's not moving. No, look. Lo estoy moviendo bien yo. ¿Qué quiere hacer? ¿Lo voy a mover para acá o para allá? Déjame movérsela. Pa, no, no. Yo te la muevo. Yo te la muevo. See, now he kind of figured out what's going on. Let me help you. Sometimes it's a little difficult to make him understand, but he eventually figures out that he's wrong. All right, let me do something. Let me get him. El volante. El volante. No, vete para allá. I gotta have him move the steering wheel. No, my dad's a good man. He knows what he's doing, but sometimes he gets a little hard-headed. And he doesn't want to listen. But we're trying our best. Right now, my camera guy gets a little distracted. That's my son. He's on his Christmas break. Try to see if we can't get this thing. Yeah, I got something I'm gonna do real quick. All right. All right. Evan. Evan, get off. Well, if you understand Spanish, you just heard what he said. He said this is good motor. But anyways, this is a 2001 Impala. We got a what, Ford? Ford diesel. 6.0. The most unwanted Ford motors. All right, so we're gonna get this stuff out of the way so we can get to what we have back here. I don't know if you can see it up there. There's a Dolly. Believe it or not, you see that Dolly, you're like, what? No, you can't see it, but I can see it. We're gonna pull that out. We're gonna get it cleaned up and use it to move some of the stuff around. Believe it or not, some of the stuff that you see here, at once upon a time, we were using. What is this? Oh, you know what this is? It's to cut concrete. I don't know if it runs anymore. But by golly, you know, you could go rent one of these. It's going to cost you some money. And it's just sitting here. All right, let me put this somewhere safe where I'll get to it later. All right. I want to put it for here now, and I'm going to move it again. But yeah, these are tools that are just... Here's the Dolly that we pulled out. If you know about Dollies, they're probably one of the most easiest ways to move a car, but the worst is way to reverse one with the Dolly and the car on top. We're gonna try to get this back in shape, get a tag, get some lights on it and tires, and hopefully use it to move some of the cars around, some of the easier cars that have wheels on the back. We do have a trailer that we can move some of these cars with, but right now that trailer is loaded. Back here, this is the area we kind of cleared out with a few motors and that Dolly that was on top of this trash. And over here, we have one, you can't even see what it looks like in my view, but I promise you, that's a 64 convertible Impala. It didn't have much rust on it when I saw it there last, but right now, I don't know what it looks like. All right, let's shoot the next video so I can see some of the other cars we have in another place. And I don't know. One day at a time. One day at a time. That's all I can say is one day at a time, because it's kind of overwhelming when you see all the stuff that we have here. It's a lot of work, but we'll get to it. What's up, my people? I promised y'all a video where I was going to edit all the stuff that I had before. I am going to do that still, but I'm going to show you something else on this video. I had to come over here to another place we have some more cars at. I had to move some stuff around, and I'm taking the time to kind of like give you a little bit of more tours of what we have. Behind me is an 89 Chevy. That's a truck that my uncle would give me the keys to and tell me to go drive around. I was 13 years old, all right? Now, this was in Mexico. Now, I'll get to that in a little bit. But out there, we used to have a place called La Plaza. Well, they're still there. And what you could do is cruise around. I mean, it was just like loud music, cruise around, other trucks, other cars, see girls walking, and it was like kind of like a park, but there's like a road around it, and it was in the middle of Mexico, some of the cities, some of the pueblos, right? So you cruise around, holler at somebody, say, "Hey, what's up?" Get a little note if he liked you or not. It was some crap that we had back in the day, and it's still probably going on right now, but it was hyped up back then. It was like a trend. Let me give you some more history on this. This truck here, my cousin kept it original. I mean, this is how my tío had it. I think back in the day, he might have had some spoilers in it. Or running boards, what do you want to call it? Look at that, had the wood grain. I mean, this is a classic right here for us. This right here was like the thing. Speakers in the back. I mean, this is how we used to do it. Now, this truck has been left quite a bit alone, but he's got it running and driving now. And believe it or not, the same original color. I'm going to show you something cool that my uncle did, and a lot of y'all probably would do this stuff. Now, right now, you're not going to see it. Now, but if you know what I'm about to show you, people that know, they're going to be like, oh, shit, I know what's up. My cousin's back there. I'm going to show y'all. I mean, I'm telling y'all, we got some crazy stuff around here. Let's go check him out, what he's doing. I got a couple cars out here that I got to pull out of here, but most of the cars that are out here are his too. And see what he's got going on back here. Got some imports. There he is. Now he's working on his baby. If you know, you know. Now I'm going to turn off this camera for a minute, give him a microphone so I can meet him and give you a little history on what he's got going on with his cars and his projects. And we're going to try to figure out how to get this Roadrunner out of here. 68 Roadrunner. Got a clean body. Now we got some cavities in it, but those are all workable. Got a square body back there. More imports. Check it out. All right, guys. So that's my cousin. Like, he's kind of camera shy. I don't know. We were all camera shy. We can talk to people all day long, but when you look at yourself and you hear yourself, you're like, "Is that how I sound?" It's kind of weird, but we'll get used to it. Anyways, between me and y'all and him, he's probably the only guy that I trust to work on any car because he knows a lot about this stuff. Now I know a lot of things, but I come to him and ask him pretty much any question if I don't know because he pretty much knows. He's done this quite a while too, but he's been more hands-on and especially working on his cars and working on a lot of the other cars that he has around here. He had and some of the stuff like the imports too. He's big on imports. He's had some other badass cars like some Audis and BMWs, and now this is one of the ones he's working on right now. We're not sure what he's gonna do to it. I'm not gonna tell you much about it because that's something he'll do. And like I said, he's got his TikTok. You're gonna see the link below where it's at, so I can check him out and see what he has. Some of the stuff he does with his bike and I guess you're like in a bike club or
No, I'm not in a bike club or anything.
no?
No.
All right, well, it's got a pretty big BMW. Like I said, I won't say much about it, but I'll give you another last glimpse of this stuff that he has here because honestly, it's beautiful. That is a beautiful car. And no, it's not for sale. Nothing here is for sale. I know a lot of y'all are asking, but we're not doing that right now. It's we gotta see what we have and see what we want to rebuild and maybe in the future we decide to sell something. But I don't think we're gonna do anything of that right now. And when I say no sell, I mean like no sell, not even like that Bud Light sign. Like no sell. Not because we're not wanting to sell for selfish reasons. It's just it's kind of hard, especially with my cousin, Sentimental Values with his dad passing away, and then my dad being so hard on keeping everything. But this is just some of the stuff that we have. We have another place, and I don't want to keep showing you all these places because then I'm gonna run you out of like interest. Y'all see some videos of us moving some stuff on the other place. We're clearing up more land, and then we'll just keep, working at it. I'm showing you this car because this car holds a lot of sentimental value to me. It'll explain itself as we rebuild it. We have a lot of work ahead of us, a lot of work that's overwhelming, like I said. But this one here, it means a lot to me. It has all the parts. It has a motor. It has transmission. Not in it right now. I'll show you the motor that's going to go in this car. But like I said, it's a '68 Roadrunner, and what I'm trying to do is hold back on it a little bit, but I do want to move it to store it and then have time to fix it. And I'll show you what I have going on with this car real quick. This motor is going to that car. I know a lot of y'all do a lot of swaps, a lot of new everybody wants to put all this LS3s, LS1s, whatever. That's cool. But to me, I want to keep it original because it belongs to a person I really love. It belongs to a person I really love. And I want to have that close to me. And that's why I want to keep it the way that you see right now. So this motor is going to go in the car that I just showed you. Remember I talked about that truck? That was what you did back in the day. This was like 90s. You did this kind of cool stuff. Mexican thing, was the last name in the back windshield, but this right here, this is like a bougie back in them days. Check it out. If you know, you know. So I'm gonna give you a glimpse what's out here just to captivate some eyes. We got a square body over there. I've talked about this car. This is one of my cousin's projects. He's very into old school, new school, and he works on pretty much anything. I showed y'all this car, and I'm telling you, he's probably one of those guys that knows how to work on pretty much anything. I mean, there's probably out there guys that know more, know less, whatever. It doesn't matter to us. We do what we can, and we do what we know how to, what we learn, what we teach ourselves, and what we Google, what we YouTube. But all I'm doing right now is kind of showing you a glimpse because I don't want to give you too much information on none of this stuff. There's a lot of history to all these things that you see here. But for now, the idea is to try to see how I can get this car, put it in a place where I can keep it, from the weather more than what it's already been. Because as you can see, it's been out here for a while. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. I want everybody to try to hit subscribe that's watching. If you're here still watching, like I said, I'm gonna try to show y'all what we have and the projects and the ideas that are ahead of us. I'll continue to drop videos